Hi, today's episode is brought to you by the 2010 Glazer Kennedy Marketing and Money Making Super Conference. On today's episode, you'll be hearing from Rory Fatt, who's going to be here in the studio, and he'll be on the hot seat. A totally tubular mailing and an answer to a marketing question from a Glazer Kennedy Facebook fan. Welcome to No BS Live, the place for prosperity without the bull. In the recent past, Rory Fatt, president of Royalty Rewards and restaurant marketing guru, was here for a day of consulting, and I got him to join me here in the No BS Live TV studio. Here's what Rory had to say. You'll find this really valuable. Roll the tape. Okay, well now I'm with longtime Insider Circle member, probably as long as me, Rory Fatt.
I got the first edition of Dan's newsletter.
Do you really?
Yeah, it's the very first edition, so it couldn't be anyone longer than I.
Wow, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
But anyway, now Info Mastermind member, Rory Fatt. Rory is an extraordinary marketer, has restaurant marketing systems and Royalty Rewards is his predominant business. And really what I wanted to ask you about, Rory, is you are unbelievable at finding the hidden gold in your customer list to the point where you're like squeezing every bit of the juice out of it. Talk about what you do.
First of all, no one ever gets taken off our list, I don't think. You just move down the list, perhaps. Whenever we get a request for information, that person's extremely valuable to us, so we make sure that they go on the list. We get all the information, and we're managing, where they came from, tracking where they came from, so that when they actually do buy something, we can go back and multiply that success. But we're constantly thinking of new ways to go back to our existing clients or people that called for free information to give them new offers, reinvigorate them, we never give up on a lead, ever.
Right. So we were talking, before we recorded this, and you just did a brand new promotion recently to a bunch of old leads that never have bought anything from before. And what did you extract out of that?
That would easily be, I would say, probably going to be worth $60,000 to $70,000, and those are leads that that are at least 4 years or older that called us. So always looking at new technology, new methods, new ways of going back to things. I think often, and I know I interview a lot of my clients, that they weren't ready at a certain time when we market to them for the first time, and part of it's just timing with the client, and they weren't ready for the information. Sometimes I've had a situation where someone's gone on and they actually moved, but we still have the address and they took over the restaurant. So that kind of thing happens. I think a lot of it is we can't really control the prospect as to whether they're ready, but we can control the frequency. And if you do it enough, then you can happen to arrive at the right time.
Right. And most people give up way too early on leads that they have in their businesses, and every business has leads, and most people just if they don't buy after 3 attempts or 1 attempt, I'm done with them, I'm moving on to the next one. And there's, as we have found over the years, there's a lot of hidden gold in old unconverted leads. So if there's any one big lesson from all this, is don't give up too early, segment your list, treat people differently on your list. If somebody has never bought anything from you at all, do a special offer for them, things along those lines, and make a bunch of bucks.
Yeah, well, and to go back further, and I'd say if we've learned by analyzing our lists and analyzing our customers who are the most likely to convert into clients and convert into good clients. So based on that, we know that certain type of people we're going to go and spend more money on than other types of people. And so that's kind of, when you talk about segmentation, we could probably do a whole interview on segmentation, but analyzing your customers, knowing what commonalities they have, geographic, demographic, types of businesses, all that kind of stuff. There's usually niches within niches. In my industry, there's pizza restaurants and casual and fine dining, and so some of those are more likely to become good clients of ours than others. And you made the point of the number of times you can go back. I guess I don't know the number exactly, but it would not surprise me if some of these names we've marketed to 50 times. Before they decided to buy this time. And you and I could sit and hypothesize why now was the time, but the way the message was delivered before, the timing, all that other stuff. So, everybody, if you've got a list of old leads, don't give up on them. Keep going back at them with different offers, structured differently, CD one time, direct mail piece, Pearl. There's so many different ways of approaching
People want to find out about you. Best website is what?
Well, if they want to find out about restaurant side, they could go to roryfatt.com, RORYFATT.com, or for Royalty Rewards, go to royaltyrewards.com.
Supermarketer, Rory Fatt.
Thank you very much, Bill.
Now I want to talk to you about an outrageous marketing idea, and that's to send out something in the mail that has great dimension to it. In this particular case, I'm going to be showing you something that I used at my menswear stores, which is right before prom time, when all the high school seniors are looking to rent a tuxedo for their prom. We found these tubular mailings that we sent out to them with a tube that looked like a tuxedo that was on it. Now, the important thing about this is, if you're watching this, is don't say to yourself, wow, I don't rent tuxedos, how can I use that? What you want to say to yourself is, where can I come up with something that has great dimension to it, that's unusual, that I can put into the mailbox and put in someone's mailbox at their home, in order when they see this, they're going to say, gee, this is interesting, I've got to open this up right away. As a matter of fact, in the case of the tube, this has to be on the top of the pile of mail, because if not, the pile wouldn't be a pile, it would be falling over. So this gets seen right away, right on top of the pile of mail. And most of these dimensional type mailing pieces fall into that category where they get right on top and they get seen right away. So what you want to always think about is, how can I be unusual in my mailing that I actually send out, where it's going to be the first thing that's seen? And what we do know is, by adding dimension to the mail, it really does get seen first. In this particular case, this is a tube. You pull it off the top, you opened it up, and inside that we had here is, I included a catalog of all the latest tuxedos that there were, and also there was the world's, watch this, open this thing up, the world's largest discount for their tuxedo rental that was inside of this. And we was like gangbusters in our business. From the time when we started using the tube, we quadrupled the response of everybody else that was out there, of all of our previous mailings to people that we were trying to get the high school seniors in, because everybody else that's out there that's doing this are using the same old boring stuff. And we sent this out to high school graduating seniors, which was a big deal for them, because they don't get this kind of mail at their home. So we cut through the clutter and we got a huge response. So again, big outrageous marketing lesson this episode is, how can I stand out from the clutter in my mailbox? And the shortcut to that is through dimensional mail. And today we have a question from a Glazer Kennedy Facebook fan by the name of Alan Campbell, and he lives in Deatsville, Alabama. And here we go. Here's from Alan Campbell, and that was my best Alabama impersonation, which was terrible, but that's the best that I could do. Here's what came from Alan Campbell. How does someone make the transition from being an employee to being a successful entrepreneur? Great question, Alan. Terrific question. And there's a couple answers to this. There's the safe answer, and then there's the renegade marketing answer, and then there's the wimpy answer. So let me give you all three of those. And let's do them sort of in somewhat reverse order, which is the wimpy answer. The wimpy answer is that people that never make the transition, they always are waiting for when is the right time. When can I have enough money to go become an entrepreneur and to fund my new entrepreneurial venture? And what happens is those are the people that fall into the 95% of all folks out there which are procrastinators, and they never make the transition at all. And frankly, being an entrepreneur is not for everybody. It really requires a different type of skill set, but it also requires sort of becoming a risk taker, because if you don't take risks, you're never going to actually make that transition. So that's the wimpy answer. And for many people that are watching, they're going to always fall into that wimpy category. Sorry, just the way it is. Now, the next one is the renegade millionaire approach. And the renegade millionaire approach, they just jump right in. They say, you know what, I'm willing to fail in order to succeed, and I'm just going to jump right in. They leave their job, they've got a great idea that they're going to pursue, and they pursue their passion, and they go out and they actually go and do the thing, and they might struggle for a while, and they might have to eat crackers and water for a while, but they actually dive in, and they will, with enough perseverance and also good coaching and following the right mentors, they will figure this piece out. Then there's the safe answer. And the safe answer, quite frankly, is the one that I always have done throughout the years, which is sort of do both simultaneously. Not give up your day job, not give up your regular job, but on your free time is also work on your entrepreneurial skills, launch your websites, launch your offline business, whatever, and do them both simultaneously. Do the entrepreneurial thing part-time and do the day job full-time until the entrepreneurial business is strong enough and big enough in order to actually support you in a way that you want to be supported, and now you can give notice to your working for somebody else place of business. Frankly, when I first went into the information marketing business, this is back in 1998, and at the time I was selling a system to menswear retailers. I also had my menswear stores, and I was doing them both. Now, I didn't go from becoming an employee to an entrepreneur. I went from becoming one entrepreneur to yet another entrepreneur, but I became an entrepreneur in something that I was more passionate about, but I didn't leave my regular menswear business until my other business could support me in the style that my menswear business could support me in. So the safe answer is to do them both and just work harder, keep your regular day job, and on your free time, work on your own entrepreneurial vision and get it to a point where you now have the confidence to leave working for somebody else. And for that, I want to give you a gift. And the gift that I want to give to Alan Campbell is 2-month test drive of Glazer Kennedy Marketing. And because what you'll do during these next 2 months is I want to make sure you watch the 3 webinars that we set aside for you, and you'll be getting those over the next 2 months to watch those. You also want to read both issues of the No BS Marketing Letter. You want to listen to both of the gold CDs that we send out to you. Spend some time on the membership site and go see all the great resources and interesting tools that we have waiting waiting for you, and get yourself immersed in Glazer Kennedy marketing. Because if you want to become an entrepreneur, you need to learn Glazer Kennedy marketing, because that is your shortcut to success. Well, that's it for today, folks. And as my free gift for watching, I'm going to be giving you my book, Outrageous Advertising That's Outrageously Successful, for free. Just go to the link on the screen below for all the details. While you're there, you'll find out how to get a copy of my book, my best-selling book. I love saying that, my best-selling book. And you'll find out also about a small little shipping and handling fee that you have to invest in order to get this. But $2 of that fee actually goes to a great charity of your choice. And so you can actually help out a great charity at the same time. And it's a way, just like Alan just got connected to Glazer Kennedy membership, it's a great way for you to get connected to Glazer Kennedy Insider Circle. Before you leave today's episode, check out the sidebar to see how you can find Glazer Kennedy on Facebook and Twitter. And also make sure to leave your comments about today's episode below. I'm Bill Glazer, and thanks for tuning in to No BS Live, the place for prosperity without the bull.